seen a person rebuild their life in a single day. My mom is 10 years sober today. I remember her opening another beer, taking one sip, putting it down and saying I'm done. She checked herself into rehab the next day. My dad joined about 3 months later. Both are completely different people, and I can't imagine our relationship being what it is today if they continued to drink. My mom went to inpatient rehab for her alcoholism 3 times. Failed out every time. She was drinking like a liter of vodka a day for at least a decade. She had to do supervised detoxes at the hospital every time or she would have died. One day I got an email from my dad saying mom had been a few months sober after randomly stopping one day. She's still sober 4 years later. My dad still keeps a few beers stashed away because I think he's still afraid of her detoxing or something. If he watched her detox from it before, he would be terrified for sure. Detox from alcohol can, and has, kill a person. There was a thread about what's the most ridiculous stock up hoarding before a disaster you've ever seen, and people were laughing about people buying cases of beer and gallons of hard alcohol instead of food. For alcoholics, that's quite possible the best short-term purchase you could make. Alcohol withdrawals and or benzo withdrawals are just about the most hardcore, life-threatening drugs to detox from, especially when EMS and hospitals will be strained to the limit. Seriously though, get some professional help if you are physically dependent on alcohol. It's not something you should attempt on your own, and it's quite possibly the most painful thing you can ever experience without proper medical care. My parent had a grand mal seizure in front of me due to alcohol withdrawal. The only thing that saved their life was that I was there. It had only been a few hours since their last drink. A week-long hospitalization, and now 8 years sober. They tried many times to stop over the decades. It took me a long time to trust that they were sober. Grateful to have them be the grandparent to my children. Alcohol withdrawal is no joke. OP's girlfriend actually stopped dating largely because I knew if I continued with her it would have torn us apart worse than could have been repaired. One of the last true conversations we had before we broke up was me talking to her friend about the drinking and driving. He, like an idiot, totally dismissed the whole experience, and she either denied or dismissed it too. The dream is one day she calls me and says that she is getting help and that she misses me as much as I miss her. Because she is still to this day the most beautiful and intelligent person I've ever met in my life. I never had to think twice about talking to her because she was the easiest person to talk to when she was sober. I still think about her every day and have her picture in my phone. Hidden, of course. The nightmare is that those pictures are the only thing that I'll have left of her if things get worse and never get better. And I know she does have a Reddit but never comes here. She's usually on the makeup subs and lurks. Russell Brand said pretty much the same thing when he wrote about Amy Winehouse. When you love someone who suffers from the disease of addiction, you await the phone call. There will be a phone call. The sincere hope is that the call will be from the addict themselves, telling you they've had enough, that they are ready to stop, ready to try something new. Of course though, you fear the other call, the sad nocturnal chime from a friend or relative telling you it's too late, she's gone. My freshman year of high school there was this awful bully who would make life hell for anyone he could. He was almost cartoonishly mean and cruel. I truly hated him. The next year a teacher whom the bully respected pulled him aside and told him that he was too smart to be acting that way and that he was going to end up friendless and in jail if he continued that behavior. Literally the next day at school this kid starting trying to make amends with people he'd terrorized, myself included. He started taking his schoolwork seriously and started standing up for other people and trying to be as kind as possible to others around him. 18 years later he's still one of my dearest friends in the world. I'd take a bullet for that dude. Thanks for watching guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hope you all have a great day today.